Hello and welcome to this week's issue of BRN United. I'm delighted to have joined me today Dr. Kim Grusser. Pastor Grusser is the pastor of the Pittsburgh Baptist Church and also serves as the chairperson of the Executive Director Treasurer Search Committee. So Kim, today we had our first committee meeting.
Yes.
Share with the folks kind of how the first meeting went, kind of give us an update of where we are in that process.
Well, it was such a wonderful meeting, and I don't want to overstate this, but our prayer time together was so beautiful, and the heart of the team, the heart of the committee, was just revealed as clearly depending on the Lord, clearly seeking God's face. This is such a significant time of transition in our state convention. Dr. David Waltz was so faithful for 23 years and so well built a foundation, a solid foundation through the Lord, and much to your contributions as well, Dr. Stan, that we feel a deep, deep sense of obligation, of responsibility, of expectation on what the Lord has for us at the next level in the next season of our convention. And so we're just taking time these next 30 days to bathe the process in prayer, to seek the Lord's will, to ask Him to identify things in our lives that we need to deal with, any sin in our lives, that we come into this process with clean hearts, without agendas. And again, Stan, I would just tell you and anyone watching that this team is thoroughly committed to this season of prayer.
Mm-hmm. Well, speaking of prayer, I know that one of the things that the team talked about and we talked about was how can church leaders, pastors, others across the Penn Jersey Convention, how can they come alongside and be a part of this process with you, Kim?
Sure. Well, we talked about, since Dr. Waltz served for 23 years, that each month of the process on the 23rd, we want to invite and also challenge the people of Penn South Jersey to set a time aside for prayer and fasting, to seek the Lord's will in this, to cover us in prayer. We have no doubt that Satan's going to be in the midst of this process and want to influence the decisions and influence the outcomes. And so we're asking that the members of churches across Penn South Jersey petition the Lord on our behalf, on the behalf of His sovereign will, for the person, the man that He would have lead us in this, lead us as a convention executive director. And so the 23rd of each month, based on 23 years of Dr. Waltz's service, we're asking you to set time aside to go to the Lord and ask His will for us as a committee and as a convention.
Thank you, Kim. And I know from time to time, as the committee meets and as you have a report to update, we'll try to include you in these interviews again as a part of the BRN report. And thank you. And thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week.